Hello and welcome back to All About Community. Again, my name is Robert L. Harris. I am your host and my guest is William Bill Patterson. Bill Patterson is a legend here in the Bay Area. Bill, you went to, I believe, City College of San Francisco and then on to San Francisco State where you graduated. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And while you were at San Francisco State, I believe you became a member of the best fraternity in the whole world, and that's, of course, Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity. Is that
Kappa
correct?
Alpha Psi. We're in our 75th anniversary year.
Gamma
You and me,
Alpha
baby.
chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity.
Yes.
How did you, once you graduated from San Francisco State, how did you get involved with the Oakland Recreation Department, which I believe when you retired from there, you were the manager, is that correct?
Yes.
Now tell us how does that story begin for you to come aboard?
I wanted to stress one thing, and that was I went into the military after I left City College, unbeknownst to everybody because they all thought I was headed to UCLA. And my coach wanted me to go to Cal, and so did the chancellor of City College. I met with them in the office and informed them. My dad had died, and my mother needed my help, and I thought I could best do that by serving my military time, helping my family, and also I would qualify for the veterans benefits when I got out. I got out after about 16 months, 12 months, on account of I had a knee injury from football, and they operated on me and made it worse. So I never got to go to basic.
So how did you end up at City College? I mean, not at City College, but at
I was then.
San Francisco State.
My uncle who put me in City was at Hunters Point.
Okay.
And that was under the Navy. They had a program with UC Berkeley, and I was then commissioned to the Navy and served in that program at UC, and that's when I went into Kappa Alpha Psi.
Okay, now how did you get into the Oakland Recreation Department?
I got into the Oakland Recreation Department as a result of my coach, Grover Clemmer, who went to UC, and Grant Mainland, who was the superintendent, and he attended together. And he called, and on his behalf, Grant Mainland, the superintendent, hired me, and I came in as a part-timer and worked in West Oakland.
And in West Oakland, you had the opportunity to mentor some of the greatest athletes that have come out of the Bay Area, actually out of the nation. One of those athletes was Bill Russell.
Yes.
Tell us about how did you get to know Bill Russell?
Well, in order to understand the community that Bill came from, you had to understand that it was a different Oakland then. And they had thrown us all into the corner of West Oakland where most black people resided and rented. The majority of us were in housing that the government afforded because they were here to work in the war effort.
When you first met Bill, tell us about what was he like at that particular time as a young boy, black boy?
He was a very scrawny kid, very agile. He had quick movements, but he was about 6'3", 6'2", and he weighed about 135 pounds.
And he was attending McClymonds High School.
McClymonds High School.
And he was on the basketball team.
He was on the basketball team, but he did not make the first team. And the real story of Bill is I saw in him the same desire I had. He wanted to ply his trade with his fellow, not teammates, but the community mates that he had met.
So
he went to Mac
He went to Mac, but you also helped get him into University of San Francisco.
Right.
Is that right?
Right. He went to Mac, and I want to just say he selected me. I worked under Dorothy Seal Pitts. She was the director of the infirmary.
So Bill selected you as his mentor.
Yes, he came to me, and I talked to her about him, and together we put things in here that never left Bill.
And it guided him to University of San Francisco, where he played basketball and became a star. Is that right?
Yes. Well, you see, what I saw in Bill was a star long before he became a star.
Mm-hmm.
And I helped cultivate the kind of background that he needed that would keep him together both in the West Oakland community and beyond. We taught our young people about the world beyond West Oakland. Most of them had never been outside of West Oakland. Going to college, for example, and going to San Francisco for many, like you mentioned, Paul Silas, had never been out of West Oakland until I took him.
But Bill went on to graduate from University of San Francisco.
Yeah, they won 3 national championships.
3 national champs. And by the way, he became a member of your fraternity, my fraternity, Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity. And that was due primarily, actually exclusively, to your influence on him.
We're
going to have to go to break. Don't touch that remote. We will be right back with All About Community. My name is Robert L. Harris. I am your host, and my guest is Bill Patterson. Legendary Bill Patterson, right here in the Bay Area.